saying we are seeing so many teachers, engineers, and doctors, but not real human beings. Why is it so? Do we have peace in us? Are we happy really? It's a question mark, isn't it? Here comes Vethathirium. Vethathirium is a science of life. It just helps to regulate man's activities so that his activities may help him and also others live a peaceful and happy life. Well, we have with us our senior professor and mentor, Balachandran Ayya. He will introduce our special guest and also tell the topic he is going to discuss about. Welcome, Professor Balachandran, sir.
Good evening to all of you. May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. Sunday evening in our daily English group meditation is always looked with great expectations, with a lot of curiosity, with an idea of learning more about Vethathirium. Today, our dear friend Prakash Goel will be addressing us on a very important topic, how Vethathirium can be applied in so many different fields. He is a very seasoned Vethathirian. He is associated with the system for more than 20 years and is an executive member and an active member in Sky Society, Singapore. He is very proficient both in English and Hindi. So today he will be giving us some light on how Vethathirium can be applied in various fields. Now I would request on behalf of the Sky Society or English group meditation online for Mr. Prakash Goel to take over and give his formal lecture. Thank you. Yes, Prakash ji, you can go ahead.
Be blessed by the divine. May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. Okay. Hope you all can see the PowerPoint presentation.
Yes.
A very good day to Vethathirians and my dear guest. Few years back, I was having a severe pain on my back. I was referred to a specialist hospital in Singapore. The doctor advised for a surgery. I asked the doctor, is it very serious? Can I get 1 month's time to decide? The doctor gave a thought and finally he agreed and he gave me a month to decide. I went back home and since then started practicing Makarasana without fail every day. In a month's time, or rather after a month's time, there was no need for me to go and visit the doctor again. This Makarasana is one of the exercises that we practice and teach in simplified physical exercises. Simplified physical exercises is one of the pillar, one of the aspect or one of the tool of Vethathirium. There is a famous adage and it's taken from Latin. The meaning is a healthy mind in a healthy body. That means a healthy mind requires healthy body. I would like to also narrate another incident that happened a few months back. Out of instinct, I was trying to hold a falling box of 25 kgs. As a result, I toned my tendon muscle or tendon of my right shoulder. I gave few weeks for it to auto heal, and then bit of physiotherapist advice and help, I got bit relieved. After that, I started doing Vethathiri Maharishi's hand exercise. Now I'm able to move my hand, rotate my hand, and as well as lift little bit of weight. Last week, I recovered from COVID, but I found that my oxygen saturation has decreased by 1 unit. I started practicing neuromuscular breathing. Usually what happens is when we normally breathe, only 80% of the lung capacity is used. When we practice neuromuscular breathing, we mindfully use the left, right, front, back, and upper portion of our lungs. This helps in greater absorption of oxygen in the body. I couple this exercise along with Kapalbhati and Anulom Vilom exercise. I'm waiting to see the result, and surely I'll update you all if my oxygen saturation level goes back to my normal. Likewise, Vethathiri or Vethathirium practices help me in various circumstances. The exercises that I mentioned are part of simplified physical exercises. The other exercises are leg exercise, which helps us to strengthen our leg muscles. Eye exercise, as a name, it helps to keep our eye healthy. Makarasana, Kapalbhati, I mentioned earlier already. And regarding massage, whenever you feel exhausted, stressed, you can give a massage to yourself. You don't need anyone else's help, or you don't need to go anywhere out. Trust me, you will feel freshen up in few minutes. Acupressure is a 14-point acupressure, which is for general healing or general well-being. Relaxation, I would particularly advise to do it once you're back from work. This will really relax your mind and body, and you should be able to spend quality time with your family. I'm going to read out the benefits of simplified physical exercises as mentioned by Vethathiri Maharishi. Have analyzed various asanas and physical exercises. I myself have done these exercises and felt the results in my body. My knowledge on Indian medicine science has helped me for this research. Finally, I have streamlined some exercises suitable for various seasons and for peoples at various stages, male, female, and children. While doing these exercises properly, oxygen spreads into the body, endocrine glands gets regulated, blood gets purified, and its circulation gets streamlined. That is, anyone of the age 8 to 80 can easily do those exercises, and it streamlines and regulates the blood circulation, heat circulation, and the air circulation in the body. As well, it helps in streamed production of hormones as it regulates the endocrine glands. And the balance of hormone is very essential for our well-being. It increases immunity to prevent diseases, results into healthy body and long life. Consequently, succeed in spiritual search. Know clearly the purpose for which we came to this world. All those who practice these exercises diligently would certainly succeed. All those who practice simplified Kundalini Yoga would derive maximum benefits by doing these exercises. These exercises would help us tremendously. So, for any spiritual development, you need to have a healthy mind. For a healthy mind, you need to have a healthy body. And simplified physical exercise is a way to go. Now I'll move to the next segment of my speech. Before coming to the solutions, let us see some of the problem statements. Unable to remember. After coming back from work, I used to keep the keys somewhere. And next day morning, when I was rushing to the office, I was unable to find the key. Similarly, after reading, I used to keep the specs here and there. And next time when I wanted it, I was unable to find it. I used to wonder, it was me who has kept the keys and the specs, and why I'm unable to find when I need it. Similarly, students study at home and they memorize their material, but when they go to the examination hall, they were unable to recall what they have studied. Now, these problems that I have mentioned is related to mind. Before we look into the solution, let's understand how mind works. Scientists have identified that mind functions in cycles 1 to 40 cycles per second. They used an instrument called electroencephalograph, and they have classified these ranges into 4 waveforms. They are beta wave, 14 to 40 cycles per second, alpha wave, 8 to 13 cycles per second, theta wave, 4 to 7 cycles per second, delta wave, 1 to 3 cycles per second. They are like our rank, not marks. If you get 14 to 40 marks, will you all like it? Your parents will like it? No. So, to keep our parents happy and for our good and for our future, we should be ranked 1, 2, or 3, isn't it? So let's understand what is beta wave. At beta level, the mind is at an emotional state, and it works at the frequency of 14 to 40 cycles per second, and it generates emotional thoughts such as anger, vengeance, anxiety, and negative thoughts, etc. At emotional state, the consumption of magnetism is very high. So whenever you feel angry or anxiety, what you feel? You feel exhausted. At beta level, we are in the constant state of stress, tension, state of forgetfulness. Recalling my key example, probably my mind was in beta level next day morning because I was getting late to the office. I was stressed. Hence, I was unable to find my keys. Similarly, when the child studies at home, they find a calm and quiet corner and they study. But when they go to the examination hall, may not be with all the students, but some of the students feel tensed, or it's called exam phobia. They probably go into a higher mental frequency. Hence, they were unable to recall what they have studied. Beta level. At beta level, we get attached to sensual pleasures because the mind tries to rectify itself and it tries to de-stress through sensual measures of sensual attractions. So what happens? It gets addicted. For example, you might have heard, I'm a stress eater. An alcohol may say that I drink because I'm stressed. what happens? Over a period of time, they drink more and more, and they keep getting addicted more and more. During meditation, let it be the eyebrow, center of eyebrow meditation, which we call it as Agna meditation, or the crown chakra meditation, we call as Turiya meditation. The mind comes to a certain level of frequency ranging from 8 to 13 cycles per second. The mind changes or transforms from an emotional state to peaceful state. We get command over our sensory perceptions. We are fully awake and in state of total awareness. Two things happen at the state of total awareness. Whatever we say, we think, or we do it with awareness. We will remember where we have kept our things. In my case, now I remember where I have kept my keys and specs. The point number 2 is we become self-disciplined. In the state of forgetfulness, we keep our things here and there. But in state of total awareness, we'll keep right things at the right place. Now, after coming back from office, I hang the key in the key holder. At alpha level, the consumption of biomagnetism is conserved as it does not spend as much in beta level. The body and mind gets relaxed and mental acuity gets increased. The bad temperaments, emotional thoughts and negative thoughts gets transformed into noble thoughts, peaceful and positive thoughts. Our memory power increases, the power of intuition increases, and we get rid of akhamya karma. It's a turning point in spiritual life. It's a starting point of our inner travel, which leads to spiritual development. Now let's see the solution. So in Vethathirium, we have simplified Kundalini Yoga, which addresses most of this kind of issues. What is simplified Kundalini Yoga? It's a systematic psychic practice concentrating the mind on the life force. It's called Kundalini Yoga. Kundalini Yoga has a suite of meditations. Eyebrow meditation, eyebrow center meditation or Agna. Genetic center meditation or Shanti. Crown chakra meditation or Turiyam. Absolute space meditation or Turyatita. 5 senses meditation, Panchendriya. 5 elements and 9 planet meditation, Panchabhuta Navagraha, and 9 center meditation. To attain the alpha level, Agna and Turiya meditation is good enough. So in Sky, we practice Agna and Turiya meditation to attain to the alpha level, that is 8 to 13 cycles per second. If you want to reduce the mental frequency further down, we can do Turyatita meditation, wherein we can reach theta and delta level. That is up to or lower to 1 to 3 cycles per second. Shanti meditation is like a braking system in the car. When the car speeds up, to bring the car under control, we apply slight brake. Likewise, is Shanti meditation. Panchendriya meditation regulates our sensory perceptions and sensory organs. It helps us to use the sensory organs for our necessity and avoid the abuse of it by reducing or eliminating the overindulgence. 5 elements and 9 center meditation, 9 planet meditation helps us to regulate to have a good balance of Panchabhutas or 5 elements. And 9 center or 9 planet meditation helps us to negate or deal with the radiations or get a protection from the radiations from planets. Now let's look at the other set of problem statements. Why am I unable to focus? We are unable to focus because mind is preoccupied with something. We are stressed due to something. We are stressed because we are worried. The reason for worry can be many things. It can be home, it can be office, or it can be anything else. Related to office can be a deadline, a project deadline. Deadline is like a line of death. So is it possible to meet? Rather, I would not like to meet. That's the reason in IT we call it as go live. By changing the word itself, we get some kind of positivity. Try to change deadlines with go live or something else. The next is addiction. Some of them are addicted to alcohol, cigarettes, food, and most of us are all addicted to phone these days, social media, and etc. We also have, at times, we have a lot of negative thoughts, like I am a failure, I can't do anything, I look ugly, why I'm like this, I'm stupid, they hate me, nobody loves me, etc. Now let's see how Vethathirium can help. Vethathirium advises meditation along with introspection to deal these kind of issues. What is introspection? It is a psychic practice to examine and analyze one's own values and character with overcoming and eliminating, with the aim of overcoming and eliminating the weakness identified and effect necessary transformation. This is sometimes is also called as self-analysis. Some of the aspects of introspection are analysis of thoughts, moralization of desire, neutralization of anger, eradication of worries, and finding answer to the question, who am I? Now let's look the solution, how to negate a negative thought. I have taken this from Krishmoli Ishwar's website. 7 common negative thoughts: personalization, overgeneralization, minimizing the positive, magnifying the negative, mind reading, emotional reasoning, all or nothing thinking. Now, how can we come out of our negative thoughts? So these are the steps that we can do to come out of negative thoughts. First and foremost, sit and do meditation at the crown chakra. We call it as Sahasrara or Turiyam. The moment we start doing meditation and we follow the initial steps, like getting the gurus and the divine invocation, and when we do the Turiyam, when we do the Anulom Vilom exercise, at that time itself, the mind will come to a relaxed level. After doing meditation, we should remain in silence for a few more seconds or minutes. Then write down all the negative thoughts that comes in our mind. You can take a piece of paper and write the 5 most negative thoughts that arise in your mind. Identify the root cause. For example, I'll take an example of ugly. I might think that I'm ugly. I write down the root cause. Why do I feel ugly? Probably someone down the line, a few years down the line, or when I was a child, someone would have commented that I look ugly, and that would have stayed in my mind. Write down the ill effects of such thought. One of the ill effects of such thought will be, if I feel that I'm ugly, I will not be confident enough to speak, or in general, or go to speak in public. Then we have to superimpose the negative thought with the positive thought. There's a famous saying, beauty lies in the beholder's eyes. So we should strongly believe in it and think ourselves that we are beautiful. Impose the ugly that with beautiful and visualize that our face is glowing and we are looking beautiful, and keep your face calm and peaceful. And of course, a smile on your face, because smile is a curve that can set many things straight. Let's take another example and see how we can use the same steps. Let me take the next example of I cannot focus, I am stressed. Same thing. Sit in meditation, remain in silence. Write down the thoughts. Why do you feel you're stressed? Probably there are some worries. Write down the 5 most or the greatest worries that you are having in a piece of paper and categorize them. Can I ignore this worry? For example, a neighbor's child is crying and it irritates me sometimes. I don't have a choice than to ignore it. Or if possible, I can go to the next door and try my best to pacify the child. The next is to endure it. If there is a sudden loss in the family, we don't have a choice than to endure it. Say, for example, I want to buy a car, but at the moment I don't have means to buy a car. So I can postpone my worry of buying a car. So by doing this exercise, and for example, one more thing, if someone is sick at home, this has to be addressed immediately. By doing these exercises, I would have categorized and prioritized my worries, and I can take action accordingly. And give a positive affirmation that such thoughts will not bother me again because I am well planned and ready to face my worries. Dalai Lama once said, if it can be resolved, there is no need to worry. And if it can't be resolved, worry is of no use. For this example of worry, I have used 2 tools or 2 subtools of Vethathirium, which is analysis of thought and eradication of worry. Let me take third example, for example, addiction. And here I'm going to use the tool analysis of thought and moralization of desire. Again, sit in meditation, remain in silence, write down why, for example, I drink. Why do I drink? Is it for pleasure or is it because to negate a stress? Identify the root cause, that is, when did I start drinking, how it all got started, and write down the ill effects of drinking, that it affects not only me, it also affects my family. And superimpose it with a positive thought. Be mindful, do not superimpose by saying that hereafter I am not going to drink. There is a famous advertisement in Singapore, Radio Gold 90.5 FM. The punchline of that is only hear the good stuff. Currently, the mind is not at its best. It has all those negative thoughts. Now, if you say that I won't drink hereafter, what happens? The won't be heard by the mind. Okay, instead of saying I won't drink hereafter, you can go out for a walk whenever there is the urge to drink alcohol, or you can sit and talk to your family members, or replace alcohol with some other juice or water. And keep doing this exercise regularly. Whenever there is an urge, over a period of time, the urge of alcohol will go away. And sometimes silence is a good answer for your chatty mind. If you feel the mind is too chatty, then silence is the best answer. You can practice silence And if you're already following Vethathirium, you know how to do it. If not, you can go to the nearest center and they'll teach you how to practice silence. And the last and the fourth aspect of Vethathirium is I'm going to talk about is now, is it possible? Can I remain youthful, maintain disease-free life, and can I lead a quality life? Yes, it is possible through the fourth aspect of Vethathirium, which is called Kayakalpa. In the science and art of Kayakalpa, the science and art of Kayakalpa has threefold objectives. They are maintaining youthfulness and physical health, withstanding the aging process, live a full span of quality life. Last but not the least, it's among one of the four aspects of Vethathirium is blessings. Blessing has a profound effect if you do it after meditation. You can bless yourself by saying that by the grace of divine bliss, we may enjoy good health, long life, prosperity, wisdom, and peace. There is a famous word called Ubuntu in Zulu, in Zimbabwe language, and it is practiced in South of Africa, and rather the entire Africa believes in it. The meaning is I am because we are, our humanity towards others. If I am happy, if I am alone doing good, will I be happy? No. My family also need to be happy. So we can bless them by saying that may the Almighty Force shower family with good health, long life, enough wealth, peace, prosperity, fame, and wisdom. We are living in a society where all our requirements are for living. It comes from the society. So it's our duty to bless the community and the world at large. Swami Vethathiri Maharishi has given the lines that we can use for the world blessings. He calls it as rain blessings because the first and foremost necessity for our life is food. And for food, we need adequate rain. And the word blessing goes like this. May there be rainfall in adequate strength, timely and sufficiently. Food grains may grow abundantly to the satisfaction of all living beings. Leaders of all nations may progress in spiritual knowledge and do good service to humanity. It's not just sufficient to, or rather, it's important to also bless the miscreants or those who have hurt you. I don't think so anywhere else in the world this is followed or this is being preached. At least I did not come across. I found this one of the uniqueness in Vethathirium that here we even bless our enemies. Swami Vethathiri Maharishi says, bless those who have harmed us wholeheartedly, thanking that he has helped us to remove one of my sinful imprints. If this philosophy becomes our activity and nature, it is a sign that we are advancing strongly in the spiritual path. To summarize, I went through various tools and techniques of Vethathirium, simplified physical exercises, simplified Kundalini Yoga, introspection practices, and Kayakalpa. And these can be used, we can either say as Bible or Bhagavad Gita or anything to face most of the problems that occur in our life, let it be for self, family, or society. I sign off with the last quote from Vethathiri Maharishi: realization of truth by enlightenment of consciousness only can relieve man from the slavery of ego, aggression, and possessiveness, and their byproducts of temperamental moods. Thank you and be blessed by the divine bliss.
Excellent explanation, sir, as to how Vethathirium helps us in our day-to-day life. Well done, sir. Thank you. Over to you, Professor Balachandran, sir.
What I'm done. Very nice. Swamiji himself has done everything as simplified physical exercise, simplified meditation, simplified introspection practices, simplified kaya kalpa, simplified steps for world peace. And Jai Prakash Goel has been very nicely, in a very simple way, has put all these things. So if only we start practicing on this, I think in a very, very straightforward and simple way, we'll be able to change our total life, not only our physical life, mental, spiritual, and a positive vibration we can send across so that there's peace in the family, peace in the society, in the office, and even to the whole world. Let us absorb all these things and put it into practice. That is what's the most important thing. And he has given personal examples as to how the exercises and all these things have helped him. Now it's time for people to interact with him. So I hand over to Bharti for anyone to ask any questions. They can just raise their hands, or I'll unmute. I think I'll unmute the group so that anybody can just unmute and speak. Yes, Bharat, you can unmute and speak. You can ask.
Yeah. Welcome, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
I have few questions regarding how can I maintain my frequency. Basically, I'm a cricket player. Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, you can proceed, sir. Very good, sir.
Basically,
Very good.
Basically, I'm a cricket player. So when I get into a field, I mean into the ground, our frequencies are much more higher. I mean, it's kind of nail biting situations. Every time, every ball, we need to change our this thing. Okay, so how can I maintain a certain frequency? How can I keep my mind calm?
Mr. Goel, sir, are you there?
Yeah, you are not audible.
Sorry, I muted myself.
Please go.
Bharatji, there's a very good speech by Kapil Dev in this regard. He says that I heard many players says that I'm stressed playing. I feel stressed while playing. He says that sports are meant to enjoy, not to feel stressed. You should not take the game at a personal level. You're going there to enjoy it. If you go with the attitude of enjoying, you will not feel stressed. You feel stressed because you go with an pre-mind or preset conditions that you have to win. But if you go there with a condition that you are going to go there to enjoy, trust me, you will not feel stressed. You'll enjoy the game. When you are not stressed, you will not make mistakes, and obviously you will succeed. Be blessed by the divine.
One more question. Sorry if I am taking your time.
It's my pleasure, sir.
That is true. Actually, what you said is true. And what about if someone is, what we say, more strong than me? I mean, in terms of mental, superimpose we call. How can I deal with them? How can I deal with that guy who is superimposed in the field? How can I deal with them?
Why do you want to compare yourself with others? Sorry, it's one of my thought. Should I compare myself with others? I have my own unique capability and he has his own unique capabilities. Does he interfere with your work? Does he harm you, or does he kind of disturb you? The first and foremost thing is try blessing him every day after meditation. I have myself seen this changing in my life. For example, I had a manager at the time. I was at consultant or a developer level, and I never used to get along with him. So or rather, he used to be very strict, and I was kind of hating him. I started blessing him every day, morning and evening. At one point in time, we became good friends. So probably sometimes what happens is the reaction from others is because of our reaction to them. The more you resist, the more he will try to barge in. So at times, you behave like a sponge. You just accept it and see what happens. Probably 1 or 2 times you will get hurt, but let's try and see in life that sometimes that 1 or 2 hurts is worth taking, because after that he will stop hurting you. To clap, it requires 2 hands. Be blessed by the divine.
All government, so all government.
That was indeed a very good answer, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Anyone else? Anyone else having any questions, or you want to discuss anything? I know you can just raise your hand. We will unmute you.
No, in fact, they can just unmute and speak. And that's the now I change the command.
Hello, Radha ma'am. Radha Ravichandran. You can tell your
Good
views.
evening.
You can tell your views.
Yeah, it was a fantastic presentation, covering almost all aspects of Sky Yoga. Excellent answer to the question also. Very nice. Nice going. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. She's one of my mentor.
Oh,
I'm not a mentor and all. Thank you.
I learned from you a lot, ma'am, during the Smart Club.
Each
Hello.
one learns, each one learns from everyone, sir. That is the purpose of having a satsang. Everyone is a teacher, everyone is a learner. Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, sir. How to stop overthinking, sir?
I'll just relate to the same example. First of all, sit in meditation. Go through the thoughts that comes into your mind. Streamline the thoughts and write down few things. Why do you overthink? Probably, I've seen some of the mothers, they overthink about their children. They unnecessarily bring those thoughts which are too negative in nature. As I mentioned about that particular steps, so you have to write down the thoughts and give an affirmation, give an auto suggestion that hereafter I'm not going to bring in such negative thoughts in my mind. You can, if you are already practicing Vethathirium, I would suggest to go to the nearest center and practice silence along with them. Don't do it at home. When you do it at home alone, those thoughts will again bother you. Go and practice silence in one of the centers. Trust me, over a period of time, your overthinking will stop. The overthinking is also another reason is because you are attached with someone too much. That's the reason you are overthinking it. Swamiji always says, have detached attachment. Let it be with your parents, let it be with your children.
How to do it, sir? Detachment means a Hindu lifestyle is full of attachments only, no, sir? Family.
I will not agree with the Hindus. Lifestyle is full of attachment. Okay, I won't go into that aspect, which is out of scope. Okay. We are practicing here Vethathirium, unless until you are a guest. Then my apologies. So here by doing Agni meditation, we are slowly and surely getting rid of material attachments. Even attaching to your family members is a kind of material attachment only, but I won't really say it's material attachment. If you are attached too much, for example, take a doctor, a surgeon. If he's operating on his daughter or son, his hands will tremble while doing the operation. But if it's some other person, he will be fine. Likewise, when we deal with our children or our parents, we get too much attached and we unnecessarily think too much about it. That's the reason we spoil our relationship and our mind. I'm not sure whether I'm 100% answering your question, but to me is slowly and surely when you start practicing Agni meditation and Turiya meditation, you'll start feeling a detached attachment. I'm not saying you are totally detached. It's an attachment it's a kind of, I don't know what is called the statements are like, you're not 100% detaching yourself. Means you're not totally ignoring them. You're getting rid of them, no. But you are not taking at your heart level. Swamiji, like for example, says that if I want, one of them asked, okay, at times my children are like troubling too much. If they're not listening to me, what should I do? Should I scold them? Somebody says that by scolding, you cannot get an answer, but at times you can show your anger. So you try practicing those things probably over a period of time. You'll be able to give me an answer how to deal with this.
Hello.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Varga Valamran, sir. Sir, it was a very wonderful lecture. Actually, I want to ask about that silence practice, sir. Should it be done on the same time, or can we change the time? For silence practice.
It's all you define how you want to do it. But once you have defined it, you maintain it. Whether you want to confine into a room and do it, it's your choice. Whether you want to go by a time based, okay, I'm going to do morning 9 to 12 a.m. or 12 noon. It's that you have decided to do it, you do it. But if you can't go to a center, or if there is any center that conducts a frequent silence, then probably join them. When you do it in a group, you will feel much better and your goals will be achieved sooner.
Okay, sir. How to start the silence practice, sir? Because I have to start with 5 minutes or 10 minutes. How much time I should follow that silence practice?
Okay, regarding this, I don't want to talk about this too much in this forum. So I don't know about there are guests here, but I would strongly recommend go back to your center and they'll be able to guide you better.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
One thing is there's no time. It's all how you define your time, whether you want to do it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. A 2-minute silence is also a silence. A 2 hours is also a silence. And 2 days is also a silence. Start small. I would always say start with baby steps. If you can do it for 2 minutes, next time target it for 20 minutes, next time target for 2 hours, and next time target for 2 days. Of course, for house ladies, it's not, or homemakers, it may not be possible for 2 days, but at least you can start small. But if you are already committed for that time, maintain it. Do that. Practice silence for that time period. Of course, if there is any emergencies at home, attend to it. Apart from that, follow it.
Thank you so much, sir.
Anyone else? Balachandra, sir? Shall we conclude?
Okay, thank you, Jai Prakash ji. Short notice, he has been able to come and address us. And practical lecture. And question answer session also was very good. So on behalf of all the participants and on behalf of our English daily meditation, we heartily thank Jai Prakash ji, and we would like to have him more often, and we'll see how we can fit in. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I'll give it back to Bharti ji, who can announce about the daily program we have. And anyone, all of you can participate in the daily morning and evening, whichever is convenient to you, whenever it's convenient to you, our group meditation sessions, about which she'll be saying now. Okay, over to Bharti.
Thank you, Professor Jai Prakash Goel, for your excellent speech. And thank you, Balchandran Ayya, for your continued guidance. And thank you, our dear participants. We have daily meditations, that is, from Monday to Sunday, we have meditations, different types of meditations. Morning 6 a.m. Indian Standard Time and evening 6:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Please do participate and enjoy the bliss. And also every Sunday, we have special speeches by some special professors. Kindly do join with large numbers. Thank you all. Be blessed by the divine.
It's the same ID and password which we are using now. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, we conclude the session with this. Thank you all for joining, and please do join our daily group meditation session as well. Thank you.